Oh, already recording. All right. How's it going, everybody? Micah here on Intuitive Flow Friday, and today clearly got some good messages because the universe is just all around me, like bustling and hustling and like, yo. But no, really though, what this energy has in store today is just beautiful. Not just today, right? Just this whole portal. There's a massive portal open right now. Um, this is something that I've been seeing the last couple of days. I guess it really started probably about 2 weeks ago, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, when I really started receiving an influx of information. And then we had a new moon on the 24th, and then I don't even know what today is. So whatever today is, all of this information, right? So I've been seeing we're really, really opening the door to the fourth dimension. So we're already, the dimensions are already here. What I've been seeing is like our DNA is being activated in a manner that is allowing us to truly see um, our highest potential, right? So our highest vibration. We can see where the truth of love truly lies within our reality. And it's like across the board, across DNA activation across the board. We're all integrating our ego, integrating our shadow, integrating our higher self, our light bodies, right? Integrating an emotionally balanced body, kind of reflecting on the areas of life where, maybe we aren't as balanced as we need to be, or as we think we are. Um, there are probably places in our lives right now that we're being reflected back where, maybe our routine or something isn't in alignment with what is of the highest vibration for ourselves. And sometimes we can be kind of stubborn when it comes to implementing changes. It's the habitual behaviors that I've found to be the hardest things to break, because it's kind of like those beliefs that are rooted in there, like, well, this is just how I work, so this is what I'm going to keep doing. And this time it's really a time for us to like question those things, like question, do we have to do things the way that we've been doing it? Do we have to believe, or do we have to perceive, or project the things that we are into our realities? And I've been finding that the subtle frequencies in our realities, the things that we oftentimes we overlook, or we kind of push to the side, like the emotions, which I spoke about earlier, like that emotional balance. I really, really, and this is coming to me right now, it's something that, like, people don't want to face, is like, well, how, like, where is it that I am lacking love in my life for myself? And this is a question that's been coming up, for me, like, where am I disempowering myself? Where am I giving more than I'm receiving? And it's in these areas that, like, it's oftentimes in an emotional, manipulative imbalance that we aren't even aware of. Um, Something that also has been coming through the last few weeks is there are two levels of narcissism. And the reason I bring this up is because our society is kind of rooted into this victim identity, and that is the opposite polarity of, like, the self-righteous narcissist. So you have a victim narcissist as well. And so I've been kind of understanding these two polarities of narcissism, which kind of roots into like a sociopathic understanding of the whole, right? So you're either better than, or have more than, or have something to give or offer that you think is better than what someone else has to give or offer, or you you become manipulated by the self-righteous, causing yourself to attract those types of personalities or those types of people in your life. And this plays out in our families as well. So I've been seeing a lot of like reflection in relationships with those closest to you, right? Just yesterday I was watching an energy update, or the other day I was watching an energy update from Phil, and he was talking about like someone close to you, or like a relationship like that has formed, that is a deep bond, and it it is now in question. And so maybe this is happening for you, or maybe there are people that you were questioning that are starting to come back around. These are all aspects of like of this energy right now. It's reflecting on the choices that we've made within the last little bit, and it's kind of like uh the way that I've been seeing it is like our Merkabahs, or the vehicle in which we travel within this multi-dimensional world, or this realm, right? Is really coming online. For me, mine's like this silver plasmic um, orby thing. It's really cool to kind of use, but it's been taking me to these places like Andromeda, and showing me these levels of love, and these grid systems within our own Earth that are malfunctioning, right? We're actually like this whole thing is, and it's not even that it's malfunctioning, right? Let me backtrack. It's not that it's malfunctioning, it's that we are perceiving that it's malfunctioning because it's becoming more chaotic, when in reality it's the harmony of the chaos that is really manipulating the reality in which are living. But see, this is our perception of the reality that we're in that is causing this manipulation. So as things change, if it is changing, our fear to the things that are changing is causing the stagnation in which we're feeling. So this energy right now is really trying to get us to kind of look at and reflect on the energy that we don't want to, for uh, anybody else, because we don't want to fuck with it, right? We don't want to mess with things that make us uncomfortable. We don't want to mess with things that are going to push us out of our comfort zone, or going to make us kind of navigate into a field of reality that we aren't familiar with, right? And I ask, this is a question I often ask, what are the things that we can do for ourselves that will eliminate this fear? This is the integration right here. That's the integration process right there, is eliminating the fear inside, so the change becomes a love. It becomes a compassion. It becomes an understanding to the very reality that we're living in. So, it's it, the energy right now is just beautiful. It's a beautiful time to be alive. It's a beautiful time to kind of be able to interact with these energies, to see the truth of everything. And while it may not be comfortable, and it may not be what you want to see, or what you want to hear, or what you want to experience, they are the very experiences that are like evolving you, that are making you grow, that are expanding your consciousness, that are taking you into the depths of your soul that you may be fearful of to do on your own. Your subconscious and your higher subconscious is just like, well, guess what, buddy? Like, you don't have a chance. You don't have a choice right now, because your choice, you were given the opportunity to make a free will choice, and you didn't make that free will choice when you were supposed to. So now grand time, or divine time, is going to step in, and it's going to move you if you aren't moving yourself. And this is what I've found to be really what ascension is about. What truly spiritual awakening, what ascension is about it, like this emotional balance evolutionary process that we go through, in which we not only heal ourselves, but we are the light for those who are beginning the process, or somewhere in the middle of the process, right? So we're each this divine source, or this divine energy that is just continuously being a conduit for something greater than what we are even being able to perceive in this very moment. And so the more that we allow ourselves to surrender into the experience that we're experiencing, because it's what we've created for ourselves, the more that we can kind of move through these portals. I was watching this gentleman who did a tarot, like he did tarot for this portal. And one of the things he touched on was how there are different aspects to these portals, and he put into words what I saw. So I saw, like I was saying earlier, I saw like these force fields. So first I saw this force field of fear, And it was like, that's kind of where the human reptilian brain is base programmed. It's base programmed within fear. And then I saw Earth, and Earth's base program is love, right? And in between is you and I. And then above that is our higher selves, or like the bigger picture. And with us being in between all of it, because Earth is really underneath our feet, even though its vibrational frequency is of a higher resonance than our physical bodies may be at this time, meaning like 3D, 4D, 5D, right? That's part of this ascension process, integrating these 3D aspects so we can experience life within the fourth dimension, meaning we have these connections to the spiritual realm. We have these connections to the truth of who we are, to our authenticity, to our souls. And then with a fifth dimension, within the fifth dimension, that's something that you physically create, meaning you become a co-creator. You become the creation experiencing itself because you created it. You brought down from the astral realms into your physical reality what you want it to experience. And so this energy right now with this massive portal, I mean, the palindrome 22 2020, like, there's big energy that this energy is going to be downloaded into our DNA, into our timelines, meaning that at any point in time along this path, if for whatever reason you feel like you need to come back to this portal, that portal energy is going to be there. And so it's just, it's these grand openings of energetic frequencies that haven't been around, or have been around for a while, but just have not been able to be accessed by the average, because the average hasn't had the knowledge to then gain the wisdom to show, right? So, or to implement, really, not to show, but like to implement into your own life. um yeah. What else is there? Do, 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 you know, honestly, I'm just gonna take this moment right now to just bring in some sun. um Take a second to recognize Mother Nature. Take a second to recognize my labradorite sitting right below me. Recognize this tree stump that I'm sitting on, and kind of give gratitude and love for these areas and these aspects that I have within my reality. This space to shoot this video, right? This energy is all about showing love and gratitude. Ishtar is the portal that I've kind of been picking up on. I mean, Orion, Atlantis, Lyra, Lemuria, Pleiadians, Arcturians. There's a bunch of upgrades, a bunch of DNA activations going on, and so it's just kind of hitting this broad spectrum, a lot of places at once. And we all have these frequencies within our DNA, or like, that's kind of just, we are the cosmos, the universe incarnate. So, like, having all these activations can really kind of like stir things up inside. So just make sure you're like taking the time and the moments to integrate and to take a breath, right? um, I'm going to touch on it right now. Just morning routine is huge. If you usually are the type of person that gets up and just goes, um, maybe wake up 10 or 15 minutes earlier, 5 minutes earlier. Just wake up 5 minutes earlier and allow yourself to give gratitude for being awake. Give gratitude for breathing the air that you are. Give gratitude for the bed that you're in. Give gratitude for the house that you're living in, wherever it is, the roof over your head. Give gratitude for the food. Give gratitude for the water that you have. Give gratitude for that in just the first 5 minutes of your morning, and allow that to infiltrate the rest of your day. And watch how the energy really, like, it'll shift your entire perspective. One day of that will shift your entire perspective. And do that for 7, 10, 20 a month. You know, it takes, I think, what is it? Uh, it's like 60 days to really start a new habit, or to create a new habitual behavior. Or maybe it's 127, something like that. Just do it, right? It doesn't matter how long it takes you to implement this habit. The more that you do it, even when you feel like you don't want to do it, the more that it will happen naturally. And I say that as I make this video. These videos were hard for me at one point in time, and now it's just like, oh, you need to do this, go do it. And it's it's not going to be an overnight thing. You can't change your life overnight. People want to change their lives overnight. It is a process that does take time. You can change your perception, you can change how you believe and how you interact with the world, but to actually change the way that things work within your reality, it is something that is a process. That's why it's an ascension, a journey. That's why we have life. It's a gift to be present within the creation that we have created. So yeah, that's all I have for today. Really, yeah, just powerful energy, powerful. I've been having some amazing meditations where I'm just seeding the earth with love everywhere, and it's freaking beautiful. I love you guys, and just I want to give that all to you. Ah. So yeah, thank you for joining me in this video. Yeah, stay tuned. Infinite love, infinite light, infinite movement. Namaste.